Good evening, folks, and welcome inside the Halifax Forum. So we get set for some U18 major action between the Halifax McDonald's and the Martian Milko Hunters. This game brought to you by Thompson's Moving and Storage. So we get set for puck drop here, 7:02 the local time. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Logan Crothers, and we are live on High Button Sports. Puck drop moments away. As Urquhart is going to dig in. He'll face off against Liver, and we're underway. Here inside the Forum, stopped up there behind. Suds will go back. He'll go D to D, far side. Creelman around the wall. He'll pick it up now. Chip play, trying to work it out. Now they do so into the neutral zone. Dump and chase as the Max look to get on the forecheck here early. Bottomley dumped it in. He'll get in on the forecheck. He turns it over now. Bottomley down low. Centering pass. Ludig on the back check. He knocks the puck loose, centering back from the point. Suds, cross to Creelman. Creelman walks back for Suds up top. Suds shot. Blocker save by Noah Polk as he gets the start for the Hunters tonight. Big hit there. Creelman will come across. Nice hit there by Gibbs as he stepped up on MJ Bottomley. Picked up Urquhart. He just got center. He tried to dump it in off the glove and hand pass at center ice. As we'll have whistle here. First stoppage of play. In net for the Max, number 33, Chandler Bell gets the start. 200 feet from Polk. As Clouette will dig in. He'll face against Lovelet. Lovelet tries to push it forward off the draw, can't do so. Getting the center and dumping it in was Swift. That puck, Clouette finishes check in the corner as that puck worked up the wall. Heads up under the mesh and out of play. Face-off's going to stay inside, it looks like. And they'll do it over in the offensive zone. Clouette trying to win it back. That puck won, though. Rimmed around here. Sullivan on the half wall. He tips it out. No icing as it's tipped by the defenseman. Swift stepping up. Puck in the far side corner. Chasing that down. Over in the wall there was Ochuko. Is that puck down in behind? Trying to rim it up the wall. That's held in by Swift. Nice job there as the Hunters on the forecheck here. Her shot looking for it behind him was Bell. As it was held on to for a whistle. Face off in the offensive zone. The Hunters with a little bit of pressure here in the early going. Face off. Blocker side of Bell. Martin will dig in. He faces off against Shear. Tries to win it back. He does so. Nice job by Shear to get it back. In the corner, pressed by Ganesh. Haverstock on the half wall. He'll chip it out. Back into the neutral zone. Hum will pick it up. He goes far side. Stepping up offside at the line. Fleming was in over the line. Pressured by Shear. Stepping up far side, Trewitt. It goes down onto Bell. Bell plays it. Ganesh up the wall looking for someone. Doesn't connect there as Boudreau. Shot there from distance as that hit Trewitt in front and bounced wide. Trewitt into Ganesh. Returning for the Max on defense this year. Nice play. Up the far side. Centering pass. Connecting for Haverstock. He'll dish it wide. Shear. Dumping it in. Centering pass, shot, rebound, loose in front, battled for. Polk will cover up. Nice side there by Polk as Haverstock gets a little face wash down low by Urquhart. As they mix it up as Haverstock looking for the loose puck in front. Nash Haverstock, a Gulls prospect, came up through the Gulls organization, up through TASA. Face off to the blocker hand side here of Polk. Clouette's going to dig in for the Hunters in the D zone. As Odell, another Gulls prospect, now playing for the Halifax McDonald's. Back in his shot there. That's wide glove side over to the far side. Easy breakout. As the Hunters break it up into the neutral zone. That's poked off the stick. Good job by Trewitt. Nice job there by Strong. Now here's McKay. Shot blocker save by Polk. Odell on the forecheck. He cycles down low for Strong. He takes a bump. McKay in there as well. Shot there off the side of the net as that went short side. So that's picked up. That's worked out. To the blue line and turn back over. Here's Odell. Trailer shot there. Scores. What a nice shot by Trewitt as he trailed in. And Carter Odell and the Max are off to a 1-0 lead here in the first period. 2:45 into this first period. And the Max capitalize on a turnover inside the blue line and head back the other way. Capitalizing was Treewin pinching up on the far side as he had a nice drop pass there from Odell, and here come the Max. Liver shot there, rebound, batted away into the corner, picked up, worked to the point. That goes D to D. Holding the line with Suds over on the far side. Welsh trying to knock it in. Bottomley's going to give chase. That puck D to D. Liver on the forecheck. Looking over some options. Good job to take his own ice there. That's moved up into the neutral zone. That worked wide, just offside. As that got worked up, Sam Fleming. Nice play there to get it center and dump it in. Here's Creelman. He'll wheel his way through center. He'll dish it back, get it back now. Here's Creelman on the slot. He decides to send it off for Bottomley. Suds will step up. He'll go D to D, far side, looking over. Heads up. Here's a turnover back the other way. Here's a chance shot. That's high glove side. There's a shot there for Nate Boudreau, sailed up wide. There's Urquhart off the bench trying to turn something over. Takes Suds up. Boudreau picks it up. High slot. Boudreau shot. Blocker save by Bell. Great job by Bell on the blocker save there on the turnover in the high slot. Heads up. Not too many men. Good job there by McKnight. Wait until his man got off. As that cycled down, Urquhart will cycle it. McKnight can't get to it. Far side now. Here's a 2-on-1. Here's for the Max. Liar is going to join the play. Offside there as the puck went back across the line. And Bottomley doesn't agree with that call, but offside at the line, and they'll have a face-off here just outside the Hunters zone. Love it. Going to dig in. So that puck works back D to D. Up the far side, that's picked off. Here's a chance shot. Couette shot glove save. As Couette got in a chance. There on a turnover. That's picked up. Sullivan. He's going to wheel up the wall, take a bump, try to get to center. Nice job there by Sullivan as it's turned over, though. As he tried to get center. Still looking for it. Far side. Boutlier. Nice job to dump it in on the far side and get to that puck first was Chike Uzochuko. Is that puck down low? And behind, trying to center out front for Uzochuko. Stepping up. Good job to keep it down low. There was Breen. As he retreats now to the point. Picked up. Looking over. Backdoor pass picked off. As the Hunter's going to work it out through the neutral zone now. Picked off, onside. The Hunters thought it might have been off as that's picked up. Wheeled, here's Breen. He'll get center, dump it in, and give chase. As Breen gets to that puck first, takes a bump, stays on his feet. Big hit there by Liam Worth in the corner. Now puck to point, shot. Rebound in behind. As Sullivan gives chase, Boudreau picks it up. Boudreau off the boards. Back, Breen will pick it up. Breen dumps it down. He peels off for a change. All four Max. Ganesh will hop on. Is that stretch pass picked off by Ganesh? He dumps it up ahead. Fleming picked up just inside the blue line. Here's a chance. Toe drag shot. Rebound loose. Still loose, and that's buried home by Shear. What a great job there to bury home the rebound on an opportunity in front. Will Shear capitalize, and he'll make it 2-0 for the Halifax McDonald's. Here in the second period. 14:33 remains on the clock as Shear gives the Max a 2-0 lead on a rebound opportunity coming off the stick of Sam Fleming. Back to center ice, and Shear's going to push it forward. Can't connect and grab it himself as Treewin goes back. Ganesh D to D back for Treewin. Nice touch pass. Here's Haverstock, far side. He'll connect. Dumping that puck in. Fleming, they'll get right back to it on the race. Shear and Fleming finishing their check on Hum. Haverstock stepping up. That puck sent back in on the far side by Treewin as he holds the line once again. Backdoor pass is good stick there. As it's sent back. Martin, as Schaefer Gibbs picks it up. Across the line, onside, is offside at the line as they don't know if that got out. As Schaefer Gibbs lets one go, and him and Treewin get into it in the corner. Haverstock, and we have a melee down the corner as everyone in there now. Is Urquhart and Morris going to hop in? Ganesh going to give it to a couple guys as he's looking for someone else. Pulling some guys off of him is Haverstock. So melee still on the ground now as two guys still going at it. We'll see, I believe Fleming and Schaefer, as it looks like Martin's still trying to get at him as Martin's in a headlock now by the official. So he gets pulled off as Fleming getting to his feet. Will Shear, sorry. As Martin heads to the box, he gets a couple words, I'm sure, from the Max bench as he heads right by them. We'll see the penalties after this. Scuffle in the corner. Gibbs shot the puck after the whistle. That started the whole thing. So we'll see if Gibbs is heading to the boxes. His cage is no longer attached to his helmet, as got ripped off of the buckle. So we'll see. It looks like it's going to be Ganesh in the box and Martin for now. We'll wait for the official call from the penalty box on the play, but it looks like right now it's only Martin and Ganesh right now. So we'll see if it's evened up 5-on-5. As Will Shear's going to join him in the penalty box as well. Gibbs, he heads over now from the bench. He had to get his helmet fixed, so Gibbs is going to join him as he enters the frame now. So we'll wait to see if any penalties go up on the board. There's a lengthy delay here as they try to sort out the penalties. We'll see where the faceoff goes. The linesman looks like it's heading down to the Hunters zone, so we'll see if there's any penalties up on the board. Nothing as of right now. Faceoff, puck put down in Polk's end towards his glove side, so I'm guessing the faceoff's going to be there. So we await the final calls here from the official as they go and talk to the McDonald's bench. Let them know the situation. Is now I'm going to let the Hunters know. Ryan Hillier standing on the bench and behind there. He listens on. JP McCallum having a quick chat with the officials, still waiting for the official call. 2 minutes on the board for the Hunters, so the extra 2 on the boards for the Hunters. So it looks like the Macs are going to head to a power play. They enter this game with a 11% power play rate as the Hunters enter with a 59% PK rate. Morris is going to head to the box for the extra man. So we'll resume to action here. So Morris is going to head to the box, serve the extra Mason Morris. Boudreau heads over the bench. He'll go out for the kill as Strong, Odell, Suds, McKay, and Krillman for the Max. Here, puck one back. Krillman, far side. Krillman's going to control, take his time, and walk it up to the top now. Krillman to Odell. Odell, far side. First side shot, rebound. That's sent wide. Odell keeps it in at the line. He works it across for Krillman. Krillman down low is trying to center that. There was Strong. There's a man low in front. As that's worked back from Strong to Krillman. Here's Odell. High slot shot, toe drag as he pulled it around Clouette as it's sent in behind by Krillman. For Strong, Odell creeping in. He looking for the one-timers. That's shot there. Strong trying to sneak it up on the short side. Nice save there. As it's worked across, far side, Creelman back for Odell. Odell down low, strong, looking over, short side, Polk save, rebound sent wide. Polk on the nice save there, Strong works it back. Here's Odell for Suds, for Creelman. Creelman works it down, back for Suds, high slot, he misses that puck. Back for Odell, it hits his skating back into the neutral zone. Quick change as Clouette's gonna head to the bench as Suds tangled up with Boudreau side there out of the screen. Here's Odell, shot off the stick, up and out of play. As Suds got mixed up, looks like with Boudreau. So they have some words on the way to the bench. As Bottomley, Liver, Boutlier, Welsh, and Breen now. Right off the draw shot, rebound, tucks it home as Welsh finished that one home. Great job there off the draw, taking a step around the man and picking up the rebound. River Welsh makes it 3-0 on the power play, and their power play percentage goes up. As River Welsh capitalizes, as touches the glove of Chandler Bell. Hasn't been too busy in this game here so far, although there was a good amount of pressure at the start of this one. Penalty trouble. It's the power play for the Max strike as that puck through the middle, chipped off, up into the air. Welsh gonna battle for it, far side. Breen stepping up as it's now worked into the neutral zone. Trying to chip it around, nice stick there. Good active stick as that's poked. It was Boutlier, Breen will pick it up, far side, he'll work it out. Breen connects, Welsh, far side. Shot off the pad into the corner, nice chance there from Welsh, trying to pass off pad. Bottomley trying to center it. Doesn't connect there, it's turned over Welsh. Centering, that goes up over Liver. High stick. And a stoppage of play here inside the Hunter zone, so the puck's gonna stay inside. As that was a Fatso power play goal for the McDonald's, and they have a 3-0 lead here. Face off in the offensive zone. Fleming digs in. A puck, Sullivan shot, that's high and wide. Past the glove, Treewin, he had the first goal in the game. Shot there, distance, nice save there by Polk. Swift up the wall. That's picked up, worked up into the neutral zone by Remy Beliveau, or Baldwin, sorry. Fleming picks it up, centers, not onto the stick of his own teammate. It's sent back. Sullivan finishing his hit on the far side as he finishes that check over there on McKnight as it's sent back on a reverse, picked up. Middle, centered, Sullivan now. Nice touch play there by the Max as they work it quickly out of their zone. Here's Ukachuko centering. Can't connect there as it's knocked away back into the corner. Cycle play there. In behind, looking over some options as it's pinned up against the wall. Trying to get it back to the point. Good back check by Sullivan as it's picked up here in the neutral zone. Far side, trying to connect. Uzo Chuko trying to touch it through the middle. Sud's got to be careful. He almost turned it over as it gets battled for just outside the blue line. Centering, dumped in there. Fleming on net. Polk will glove it and hold on for a whistle as forcing that whistle there was Chike Uzachuko. Face-off's gonna stay to the glove hand side. Goaltender Noah Polk here once again. Odell gonna tie up, puck still loose in the feet there. Odell trying to get it back to the point. Chip play off the glove of Creelman and the official as it stopped up. Working that puck over, Strong, shot off the glove and into the corner. Creelman stepping up, holds the line, sends it back in deep. Strong, down low, that's Cooper Strong, he'll pick it up. Shot there off the stick of the defender. I believe that was Liam Worth getting a stick on that. Might have broke his stick, as he heads off to the bench. So must have broke his stick as he grabs a new one there and heads back out onto the ice. So Liam Worth here Stay out. Odell on the draw once again. In the all-offensive zone. Face off. Back strong. Got to be careful. He's pressured Urquhart. Shot there. Rebound off the body in front as Odell. Worth takes a bump in the corner from McKay. That puck centered. It's going to not connect on the far side and go down the full length. And an icing call here. So a 3-0 lead here for the Max as they, another offensive zone draw here. Liver, Haverstock, Welsh, Breen, and Creelman out. Puck back into the neutral zone. Breen centers, picked off. Urquhart back the other way, turned over though, off the stick and dumped back in off the official and hit the glove on the far side of the players leaning over the bench by the Max, and that'll be a whistle and a face-off outside. It's Clouette against Liver. Face-off. Goes D to D, dumped in. Finishing his hit there. Puck on Worth. That puck battle down low. Boudreau trying to work it out. Clouette now with it. Back for Worth. Worth at the point. Back for Clouette. Clouette centering. Knocked away Liver into the glove. Zach got found the glove of Chandler Bell, and he'll hold on. Whistle, and that'll do it for the first 10 minutes of the period. So a TV timeout.
My McDonald's Rewards gets you breakfast before work, free fries at lunch, for the friend who said they didn't want any, and whatever a meal is at this hour. Join My McDonald's Rewards to get free McDs.
Remove dirt, grease, and debris with a high-pressure, environmentally friendly wash from The Big Wash. With over 20 years' experience, The Big Wash can tackle any job, from heavy industrial equipment and truck fleets to residential buildings and parking lots. Plus, they do boats, patios, and graffiti removal. Locally owned and operated, fully insured, and working year-round 24/7. The Big Wash, 70 Crane Lake Drive, Bears Lake. Online at thebigwash.ca.
Welcome back, folks, inside the Halifax Forum. Here is an offensive zone draw for the Hunters. Clouette's going to dig in. Puck tied up on the draw. Puck bounced out. Here's a chance. Uzochukwu shot there under the pad, held on to, and for a whistle by Polk as Uzochukwu had an opportunity. All five for the Max are going to stay out. Lovett, Sullivan, and Uzochukwu. Puck here, Sullivan trying to work it towards the net. Shot there. That goes end up on the backwards trajectory towards his point. Treewin dumps it in. Sullivan down low. Back at the far side point. That's picked up. D to D. Treewin works it back. Here's a quick shot from Sullivan on a cross ice pass, trying to high play there. Sullivan from Treewin as Treewin and Bootlier back off. It goes down. Bell plays it backhand around. Centering. Treewin turns it over. Here's a play down low. Ludy shot. That goes up and high. He picks up in the corner. He spins down low. Centering. Doesn't connect as Logan Treewin picks it up and works to the wall. Here's Sullivan. Worked up over the line. Sullivan takes a big hit there, finishing his hit. Boudreau with a nice clean hit as Sullivan was on the receiving end of that. Uzochukwu goes far side for Lovett. Lovett battling now, turned over, picked up. Boudreau chips it off the official, now chipped in. Bell holds it up. Bell looking for an option. He sends it up ice. Got to be careful not to have too many. The officials, or sorry, the bench for the Hunters wanted too many men calls. Centering pass, back door. Save there. Nice job by Welsh to get it off as he got handcuffed a little bit. Creelman stepping up, keeping it down low. Odell centering on the Connect, far side, off the skate of Creelman on the cross ice attempt there. Is that puck now sent up. D-to-D pass, Suds to Creelman. Chipped in there, just angling his stick. Odell, believe he has an assist in this game on the first goal. Is that puck now rimmed around? Here's Welsh going to pick it up in the corner. River Welsh, he's got a tally in this one as well. As it's down low. Bottomley centering, off a skate, loose in front, back into the corner. MJ Bottomley's going to take it over top of the circle, shot there off the blocker. Rebound off the in behind of the net shot, trying to bank it off the goaltenders. That goes D-to-D. Shot there, Creelman. That'll be held on to Polk. Going to freeze it for a whistle. So he saw that one all the way off the stick of Creelman. Good job there by Riley Creelman to find the lane through traffic. And there's no one there, net presence to take the goal. He does the eyes away. Liver going to dig in against Clouette. To the wall, picked up. Looking over some options. He works it back to the far side. So that's worked up into the neutral zone. Luke Murphy off a skate there. Baldwin looking for it in the air. Worked back. Suds to Creelman. Back for Suds. Heads up. Almost mishandled it. Turns it over now. So Creelman's going to pressure. McKnight down low. McKnight back to the point. Murphy. He'll cycle it. That's Luke Murphy. No name bar on the jersey for him yet, so I wonder if he's a new addition to these Hunters squad as it's centered. Murphy's going to step up. Liver's going to poke it past him. Back for it. Polk works it up. Big hit there. Finishing his check on the back check there was Liver as he gets looked for a one-timer. Picked up far side. Breen out of the corner. Breen going to cut out front. Shot there. Blocker saved by Polk. As it's back to the point. Shot there. Rebound loose. Liver trying to bury it home. Can't do so. Back to the point. Bootleer. Shot. Tipped wide. McKay looking for it in front. He battles in the corner now. It's worked up the wall. Trying to get it back as Liver on the forecheck. Gets rimmed around. Bootleer. Shot there off a skate. He takes a bump over on the far point as it's worked up the wall for Baldwin. Chipping it. Liver is going to cover for the point and send it right back all the way in. Bootleer is going to step up. Bootleer on his forehand. McKnight pressuring. Trying to cut up over the top of the circles once again as Baldwin gets it. Baldwin centers. Picked up through the middle. Clouette. Good back check by Lovett. He's hounded as McKay, and a whistle now. It looks like it'll be a back check there by McKay, and it'll be a hooking call as the player is still in the box over on the far side, so a power play here for the Hunters. As a Thompson moving in storage penalty kill begins for the Max. Max entering this game 94% on the kill, so that's a good ratio as power play for the Hunters has struggled so far as we wait for one more as they enter this game. Power play at 0%. Hopefully that will improve here. That's snapped back by Fleming, ripped around. Hawko steps up, holds the line. Good job there by Hawko. McKnight shot, rebound, loose in front, still loose, battling in front, and that's cleared all the way down. Good job to dump that. Defenseman in front, Logan Treewin. He's got the goal in this game. The second goal. It's worked up through the neutral zone. Hawko's going to dump it in and give chase. Suds retreats to the front of the net, pressuring behind now just slightly as McKnight gets it to the point. McKnight got to be careful. He works it to Hawko. Hawko, high slot, shot blocked in front on the way through. Good job there by Lovett. As here's a 2-on-1 opportunity. Lovett to Fleming. Fleming in alone, shot wide. So he's frustrated as he circles off. Now here's a chance back 3-on-2 as the Max forwards were caught down low. Cutting across Fleming. Almost laying the hit there on her as Urquhart gets it. Working it back, Clouette. Gonna cut middle, give it far side. Here's a chance, shot Swift. Treewin on the block as it gets out of play. I believe off the block of Treewin, so that'll cause a whistle. Faceoff's gonna stay inside, but a dangerous opportunity on a weird change by the Max. Left her down 5-on-3 in the zone. That puck back. Going to try to set something up. Here's Boudreau at the point. Down wall, passes through. Clouette trying to center. Now here's Boudreau's shot. He had a big hit in front. That could have been interference in front there. No puck around as Ludi took a spill. Sullivan going to dump it in. It goes far corner. Haverstock going to give chase. He's got the third goal for the Max as he finishes his hit check. Clouette gets to it first. No icing. Haverstock trying to chop it out. As he does. Good job there by Haverstock as Swift retreats. He'll go D to D. Ludi. Headman for Baldwin. That's Jack Baldwin. He'll rim it around, take a bump from Breen and Creelman trying to get to it first. Battling on the far side, helping out Sullivan to the point. Ludi off the crack in the boards as it works its way to Clouette now. Clouette's going to walk in, shot looking for a tip as it's tipped on, a glove save. Nice job to hold on to that puck. Is a little extra going on here as Creelman is going to mix it up a little bit in front there. As Swift has a word for the official. So the faceoff's going to stay inside. Glove hand, or blocker side, sorry, of Bell. 3 seconds remain on the power play here on the penalty kill. Penalty kill brought to you by Thompson's Moving and Storage. That'll do it for the PK as it's worked up. Now here's a chance. Here come the Max. 3-on-2. Ukachuko's going to drive the net. Liver shot looking for his stick on the way through. Doesn't connect. Far side Welsh centering. Doesn't connect there as Urquhart picks it off back the other way through the neutral zone. Sits crossed over. Going to flip it up in the air. That's Morris. He served the extra 2 in that scrum. So he's back out there as the other 4 still in the penalty box over on the far side. It's Ganesh now out of the penalty box, actually, it looks like. So still Gibbs over there, Will Shear, and Martin still sit in the box on the far side. Ganesh out onto the McDonald's bench as it's centered, and here's Odell. Odell going to use his speed to weave his way through. Odell still with it. He works his way to McKay. Odell set wide on a nice play. Here's a chance in tight. That goes into the chest protector. Rebound over to the far side. Creelman steps up, takes a bump from Boudreau as it's worked back into the neutral zone. Suds picks it up just inside his line. Up far side pass. Works its way through to Strong to McKay. McKay centering for Odell. One-timer knocked away. Good stick there in front by Sebastian Hum. Drop pass there. Creelman. Far side. Nice job to work it smoothly through the neutral zone. McKay drops it down low. Shot by Creelman. He'll look for a rebound. Thought it was loose in front. He'll hang around. As Boudreau and Creelman have a couple words there in front. It's a good battle, as the battles will continue, I'm sure, throughout this game. It's a feisty start. So that puck sent back to the half wall. Bottomley takes a bump from McKnight. As it's picked up. Nice move around one, poked off his stick, heads up, had to be careful. Swift helping his D-man out there. Ganesh going to sidestep a check, stay on his feet just barely as he sidestepped it. Bottomley shot, blocker save, rebound. Liver trying to pick it up in the high slot. Picked up here, sent off a skate. Treewin looking for it. Welsh trying to toe drag around one, loses it. Up the wall, Baldwin can't connect as Ganesh dumps it back in. Centering. Swift with a good stick. Battle continues here on the boards, trying to work it out. Here's Baldwin dumping it in. Good job by Baldwin to get center, stopped up by Bell. Treewin takes a bump, sends it around. Shot there, Swift on. Picked up by Bottomley. He's looking for it in his feet, trying to center. Ganesh turns it over. Here's a chance. McKnight centering pass. That goes off skate as Urquhart picks it up in the corner. Nice play to turn off of his man, Andrew Urquhart, down low. For Baldwin. He drops it off. Cycled down far side and around. Here's Urquhart here once again, centering. Off the bench, Boudreau's going to pull into his feet as that's chipped out. Wilsh sends it wide. Liver has Bottomley with him. Sends it. MJ Bottomley gets a little hook there. No call on the play. Centering pass doesn't connect. As that was intended for River Welsh. He's looking for his second. Last minute to play here in this first period. Good action between these two teams as the Macs lead 3-0 off the bench. Morris into the play. Heads up, big hit there, trying to finish his check. Bootlier. Breen trying to finish. Ukachuko finishing at the point. Battle it down the corner. Breen trying to work it up to the wall. Picked up. Murphy at the point, dumping it in. He sidesteps a hit as he dumped that puck in. Urquhart sends it down. For Urquhart. His brothers out there on a line together here. That's sent up, heads up into the crowd and out of play here. 19 seconds remaining on the clock in this opening period. As that'll do it for the penalty to Gibbs as he heads back to the box, or to the penalty players box, the players bench. So Gibbs back in the action after missing pretty much this whole first period in that scuffle at the start. As Lovett gonna dig in here. Sullivan picked up off the draw. Ukachuko shot there, sent in behind. Back to the point, nice move there. Breen shot off the blocker and over to the corner. It took a weird bounce off the blocker. Sullivan's gonna battle now. And that'll do it for the first period. So after one period of play, the McDonald's lead by a score of 3-0. Goals coming off the stick of number 11, Logan Trewin, as well as number 16, Will Shear, who spent the majority of that first period in the box shortly after his goal, and as well by Nash Haverstock. So after 3 periods of play, the Macs 3, Hunters 0. We'll be back for second period of action here live on High Button Sports after this short intermission. Alrighty, folks, and welcome back inside the Halifax Forum as we get set for second period of action between the Hunters and the McDonald's. Is puck drop moments away here. This second period brought to you by Thompson's Moving and Storage. As Shear gonna start the second period, spent a good majority of the first in the penalty box as he tallied one on and then got into a tussle. Him and Ganesh spent the majority of the time in the box during that first period. Some words continuing here between Krillman, it looks like, and Urquhart, as Urquhart's going to dig in for the draw in the offensive zone here to the glove hand side of Bell. Krillman picks it up on his forehand, looks over an option, centers high up in the air, knocked down. Haverstock trying to get it. Fleming to it now. He'll put it down low for Nash. Haverstock bounced over his stick. Morris now. Sorry, that was Gibbs. Krillman steps up. Puck bounced up and over. Krillman picks it up, sends it to the far side now. Worked in. Suds. Centering. Shot. Save. Oh no, it snuck by him. As that snuck by on a nice centering pass there from Suds. Bearing that one home on that nice centering pass. Sam Fleming, so he gets his second point of the night as he adds a goal onto his assist as Fleming. He assisted the second goal there in the second period. I believe Suds and Krillman on the assist on that one. And a 4-0 lead here for the Max. They work it back over the line on the faceoff. Welsh, he also has a goal in this one as it's worked back down. Swift rimming it around. Here's Bootleer on the point. He fakes to mock the middle, cycle it back down low. Doesn't connect. That was intended for Bottomley. Now he gets it. Centering pass. Welsh couldn't let the trigger go. It gets off the body there. Sent back in front. Looking for it in front was Bottomley centering up the middle. Here's a chance. Clouette. Bootleer back checking Clouette. Shot. Rebound. Liver clearing it away from the front of the net. Good job there by Liver to get it back on the first man here. Bottomley. MJ Bottomley through the neutral zone. Trying to control it. Knocks off his stick on a good back check is Bottomley. That's going to draw a penalty as Bottomley got the stick up high. It looks like a cross-checking call here. As Bottomley, and who's slow to get up down there? As Bottomley's going to head to the penalty box. As Hako now gets up, holding his shoulder. So Bottomley, 2 for cross-checking here, 18:36 remaining in the second period, and a power play here for the Hunters as this penalty kill brought to you by Thompson's Moving and Storage. As the Max looking to kill off, they enter tonight with a 59% PK rate as they are 1 for 1 here already tonight as that puck centered. Off the stick of Clouette, he'll have to go back. Uzo Chuko on the pressure there, picked up. Gibbs works it in. Schaefer Gibbs into the feet there of Ganesh. It's worked back to the point and out into the neutral zone. Swift dishes it off, far side. Can't control it or get it in deep, and Ganesh dumps it all the way in. Bouncing puck there onto Polk, and he'll glove it down. Swift now. Outlet pass for Gibbs. Gibbs, cross ice, center pass. Nice job to connect Ludi. He works it in, looking over some options. Ludi gonna work it back to his point here. Swift, D to D. Clouette. Fake back pass there. Now he works it to the point. Got to be careful there as pressure at the top. So that's cleared up. Pass Swift down and back into the neutral zone. All the way down. Hum. He gets pressured by Sullivan. Sullivan turns it over. He's going to center. Nice stick there by Hum as he just poked it away. Clouette into the neutral zone. Poked off his stick by Krillman. Offside. That's worked right back. Here's Suds. Suds with a nice assist on the last goal for the Max. Centering on a nice down low play as that puck sent back in. Going to retrieve that is Hum. Hum works it wide for McKnight to Swift. Neutral zone off of his backhand, trying to get it back as Lovett picks it up in the corner now. Lovett gonna wheel in behind his own net. Now through the neutral zone. Good speed here by Lovett as he's got a man going back door here. Strong shot. Gets blocked on a diving hum across the ice there, laying it all out. Suds goes back. Centers off a stick. Lovett trying to pick it up. Now it's picked up. Here's Creelman. He'll cross over the blue line. Let one go. Glove save. Rebound. He ended up on his stick momentarily. Creelman trying to potentially pull the Michigan move off as that puck now worked to him on the far side. Shot there. Glove save by Polk. Eating a couple cross checks in front, it looks like there. Was MJ Bottomley. So Bottomley out of the box, power play. Continuing to struggle here for the Hunters as they still 0% on the year, still trying to find that little spark on the offensive side of things. Face off, back to the point. Breen shot off the body and up and out of play for another whistle. 16-19 remaining on the clock here in the second period. Face off into the corner. Gibbs takes a hit there. So that puck chipped back. Gibbs and Bottomley having a couple words as they skate up the ice. Puck turned over. High slot opportunity there as it's kicked away. Once again into the neutral zone. Up the wall. Picked up. Breen poked off of his stick. Picked up Boutlier. Far side. Down the wall. He'll cut to the middle. Shot off the pad. That was a tricky shot there. Bottomley going to take a hit from Morris. He'll knock that. Take the hit. Make the play, but ends up turning it over on the play. So he tried to cycle it. As it goes down. Shot there. Bell up to the task. Big hit there on Gibbs as Gibbs got the worst of that as Boutlier finishing his check in behind the net. Clouette's going to get the offensive zone draw here for the Hunters. Digging in on the D zone, that's Will Scheer. Scheer's got a goal in about 15 minutes in penalties as he gets kicked out of the draw in his own D zone. Stepping in, Nash Haverstock. No, sorry, that'll be Sam Fleming on the draws. He picks it up down low. Worked up. Good job by Fleming, but it's off a skate. Back into the D zone. Fleming trying to get it out. Tipped on. Bell. Easy glove save there as he holds on for another whistle. Once again, glove hand side here of Bell. Clouette gets it pushed through his feet. Picked up Fleming. Back the other way. Haverstock. Saucer pass off a skate. Turned back up ice. Clouette, nice pass here. Heads up Brady Curtin in his first game. Slides into the boards and net goes off of its pegs and a whistle. So Braden Cowan on a nice opportunity there. He's trying to put one away. No name bar, so I wonder if he's a new addition to this Hunters roster. Face off will stay to the glove hand side once again. That's chipped out through the neutral zone. Here's a foot race. Bottomley trying to get to it first. He gets it down in the corner. Welsh going to park himself out in front. So now he'll help out. Bottomley, Welsh in there for the Max. That goes flipped high up and out. Will that have enough? Sud's going to skate back. No icing on the play. So they'll play on. Reverse play. Creelman sends it all the way back around here for Suds. Suds connecting through the middle there. That's a far side pass by Liver for Bottomley. Bottomley takes a hit on the far side. Big hit there. Way to finish the check on the far side. Sorry. I was Morris. Is your Liver centering pass, and that's River Welsh with his second goal as Liver on a nice play down low sets up River Welsh. And a 5-0 lead here for the Max. as River Welsh nets his second off a nice pass down low. From Liver. So we're back to action as the Hunters trying to dump it in. McKnight tripping up over the blue line there slightly as it's sent in by Hum. Breen off the skate and shin pad, but finds its way back for Shear. Will Shear through the neutral zone. He'll shot up and off the stick and out of play. Shear looking for another one here. Big hit there by Shear in the far corner. Haverstock picks up in the high slot. Work back into the neutral zone. Breen back for Bootlier and back to Breen. He'll pick it up with speed now across the line. Breen keeps a handle. Backdoor pass looking for Haverstock. Doesn't connect. McKnight, that could have been a hooking call and that will be. So Baldwin's going to draw the call there. It looks like 2 for holding as Fleming's going to go. This penalty kill brought to you by Thompson's Moving and Storage. Face off, Lovett back into the corner, taking his time. They'll send it all the way down, right through the middle, touched up there. High stick by Hawko. As I don't think that was a high stick. The ref and Hawko have a couple words, disagreeing with his call, which he may have a point to bring up there as it was letters high as it's sent up through the middle. Here's Hawko bumping his way through. Lovett clearing off the wall and sent down full length. Sullivan's going to get to it first. Sullivan centering. Boudreau picked it off as he was looking for his defenseman trailing in, and Boudreau's going to pressure that. Picked up here, wheeled around. Bootlier chipping it to himself. Cleared out by Sullivan. Swift back for Gibbs. Turnover in the slot as he ties up Lovett. Centering. Trying to connect with Urquhart. Doesn't. Gibbs finishing his check. Boudreau taking a bump on the far side by Lovett, and that's cleared down by Breen and into the bench of the McDonald's. Face-off looks like it's going to stay inside here. So an offensive zone draw for the Hunters here. Exactly 1 minute remaining on the power play. Good job there by Uzo Chuko to clear it down. Strong going to pressure Gibbs. Gibbs going to clear it over here to Swift now crossing the line. Swift going to hold up, try to set something up. Has Baldwin down low. Baldwin in behind the net, poked off of his stick. Back to Swift. Swift lets one go, tipped on, rebound, and that gets buried home. So a power play goal here. And they capitalize as the Hunters. So we'll wait to see who goes by first. It looks like it's Swift on the goal, so maybe not getting a touch on that, so Swift, he's going to get one. He had one there last week. So face-off back here at center ice. 5-1 the score for the Max is the Hunters. Net a power play goal. Here's a shot from a weird angle, and Bell holds on to that puck. So Swift going to get the goal. So wait for the official call from the penalty box on the assist. Face off. Blocker side of Bell. Krillman off the wall. Into the neutral zone. Picked up. Gibbs. Sent back. Off the stick. Martin's going to give chase. Suds picks it up off the boards. Finds Gibbs. A Strong picks it up now. Strong across. Gibbs. Good back check there. He goes off the wall. Krillman at the point. Tipped on. That goes up and into the crowd and out of play. As it actually might have hit the back of the father sitting down in the corner. He'll throw the puck back onto the ice as the puck now worked back into the corner by the parent. And they'll actually use that same puck and continue on play. Face off here to the glove hand side of Polk. Noah Polk getting the start here for the Marsh and Milco Hunters. Shot there. In behind. Odell. Back to the point. Walking. Suds. Nice block there. Strong picks it up in the corner now. Trying to find Odell. Back here, Suds now. He'll regroup in the neutral zone. Suds for Krillman. Krillman, far side Suds. Back for Krillman. Riley Krillman too far ahead of him as he'll work it all the way back and behind. Gavin Suds. D to D for Krillman. He'll pick it up and work it out through the neutral zone. Nice head fake there as Krillman working it across the line and over. Krillman dropping it, connecting once again with Strong down low. McKay trying to work it out of the and behind the net. Strong takes a bump. McKay in there to help out. Liver off the bench. That puck over him. Bouncing over the stick of Bootlear and back into the neutral zone as he'll have to retreat. Bootlear will wheel up the ice. Nice job there by Bootlear. Sees a shot there. That was labeled for upstairs and high. That had to be careful not to have too many men there. As trying to get off on the far side. Looked like McKay as that puck now sent up. Here's Bootlear crossing over the blue line and in. Down in deep, Bootlear centering around the back of the net for Welsh on the far side. And it goes out into the neutral zone. Breen gonna take his time. He'll drop it back. Here's River Welsh. Gonna wheel up the wall, cross the line. He'll stop up, looking for a trailer. Backdoor picked off. Read perfectly there by Ludi. As he forechecks now. Good stick there on the far side. That's Will Ludi. Another Gulls product, actually. Playing his first year of U18 hockey in Cole Harbor. As that puck rimmed around. Good job to send it back down there. Luke Murphy. Potential call up as well as Ludi down low. Looking over some options. He wheels it up the wall. Centering. Back here off a skate for Hum. Hum walks in looking for a stick in front. Getting cleared out of the way there was Boudreau. It's Boudreau with a big hit there on Breen. Ludi's going to get to it first down in the corner. He's spinning, trying to get a cycle going as that puck cleared high up and out of the zone. Will they have enough legs? Hybrid icing as they race back for it as Hum gets back there. And Liver on the chase. But it doesn't matter. A little 1 minute break here as a 10-minute mark into the first period. We'll be back after this short break.
My McDonald's Rewards gets you breakfast before work, free fries at lunch, for the friend who said they didn't want any, and whatever a meal is at this hour. Join My McDonald's Rewards to get free McDs.
Remove dirt, grease, and debris with a high-pressure, environmentally friendly wash from The Big Wash. With over 20 years' experience, The Big Wash can tackle any job, from heavy industrial equipment and truck fleets to residential buildings and parking lots. Plus, they do boats, patios, and graffiti removal. Locally owned and operated, fully insured, and working year-round 24/7. The Big Wash, 70 Crane Lake Drive, Bears Lake. Online at thebigwash.ca.
Welcome back after that short 10-minute mark timeout as it's a shot off the draw into the glove of Bell, and he holds on for a whistle. It's a quick shot there off the draw, and the Mac's going to do a full line change here. So after the minute-long break, they're going to do a full line change here on that quick draw. Face off once again. Baldwin's going to dig in against Shear. Trying to work it out. Haverstock trying to center, doesn't connect as it's sent right back in by McKnight. Clouette's going to give chase. Here's Will Shear. He's got a goal. A couple penalty minutes as well. Nash touches it for Shear. Sits worked in, back for Nash. Nash going to forecheck. Big hit there from Shear on Swift. Is Swift a little shaken up. Finishing his check. Fleming, and that puck flipped up and out of play. Face off, going to believe stay inside. Lions been saying something to Shear potentially about a neck guard, maybe having to pull it up a little bit here. Face off as he digs in. Puck snap to the half wall. Gibbs and Fleming battle. Gibbs finishing his hit on Fleming. Fleming finishing his hit over on the far side, taking out Peyton Boudreau as it's offside. Gibbs finishing his check now on Haverstock. Reverse play, Gibbs. Nice play there. Slide it up the wall. That bike can't be cleared by the forwards here. On the side there was Morris as it's cycled down. Fleming trying to leave for Shears. He's on the end wall now, picked up there. Martin, he'll wheel it through the neutral zone. Off a stick, chip right back. Here's Martin. Across the line and offside at the line is the official. Calling it a little bit late. And an offside call there. At the line. I'm sure it's been frustration here as the Hunters come into this game with a 1-5-0 record. 2 points for, 16 goals for, and 34 against. You got to look at the positives coming out of this game. They did score a power play goal. So maybe that will ignite a little bit of offensive fuel here in the Hunters as it's worked up sides. Nice fake move there around as he works it up, dumps it in, and he gets back to his far side position. Big hit there, finishing his check on Worth was Sullivan. Centering, can't connect, was Chike Uzachuko as it's worked now through the neutral zone. Clouette shot. Sullivan, far side, picked up, trying to work it out. Worth, he'll pick it up, D-to-D for Hum. Hum up off the wall, take a big hit there by Uzachuko as it goes off a stick. Clouette gonna battle far side boards, trying to get it in deep so they can try to get a forecheck going. It's sent in by Worth. Pressured there by Urquhart, but Suds will pick it up on a D-to-D play. Suds for Uzachuko. Trying to poke that ahead. Here come the Hunters. Here's a chance. 3-on-2. Boudreau's going to stay high. Urquhart, backdoor pass. Ludi can't bury it home as it goes off of his stick. Ludi cycling it down low is Urquhart. And Boudreau out there. Boudreau gets to that puck, sends it up. Point. Good job to hold it in momentarily. Luke Murphy as Ludi will go back. D-to-D for Hawko. He'll step up over the line, dump it in. As Creelman stepped up. Suds up the wall. Boudreau going to try to send it up. And up and out of play, his head's up. That ended up into the Hunters bench. It's Colby O'Shaughnessy's going to grab it, toss it back to the official, and an offensive zone draw here. On some good pressure starting to pick up, as a couple chances as well for the Hunters. That puck back, Breen, he'll wheel the back of his net. Work it up. Stretch pass, strong. That goes down. He gets a first shot off the thing there. Gibbs, as a rebound came off the dashboard. Gibbs finishing his check. Tipped on, rebound loose. Held on, and McKay going to drive through with Odell. Faceoff's going to stay inside. Odell will dig in. Good look at the Hunters bench there. Ryan Hilliard, JP McCallum. He coaches that puck centered far side. As I'm sure the Hunters are going to be one of the best physically conditioned team here this year. No doubt about that too. Of my former trainers, well, I trained more so with Ryan Hilliard, but also did skating with JP. And they'll put you through the paces, that's for sure. So expecting not for these Hunters to give up until that final buzzer. As it goes back, trying to center out front, doesn't connect with Sullivan as McKay now with it, trying to pick it up. McKay, high slot, lets one go, that's sent wide. Boutlier on net, rebound, kicked off a couple skates. Gibbs, heads up, that goes into the crowd and out of play. So that almost hit a lady taking the photography for the Hunters as it split the two of them, as there's two ladies up here to the right there as you see them on the right side of your screen. That went puck cleared right in between them. Face-off's going to stay inside. 5-1 still the score, 5:02 remaining in the second period. Dumping back in Treewin. He's got a goal in this game on a nice feed. So he snuck in back door. Treewin, he goes back wearing the letter and my former number actually here as he weaves his way through with tons of confidence. Treewin, Liver, backhand, feed off a skate, back low. Treewin, back, Welsh, shot, tipped high. Liver, centering, can't connect. Now is Welsh. Welsh, nice spin move, here's a chance. River Welsh, looking backdoor, Bottomley shot. Pad saved by Polk. Bottomley, big hit there on Hum as he pressures. Hum leaves it there for Morris. High chip play, far side for Worth. That goes under his stick and back the other way. Trying to pull that, Ganesh. Jack's shot off the pad. As it's been a... Here's Ganesh on the back check. He turns it over, shot there. That's high. Ganesh starting to show his offensive touch as he spent most of the first period as well in the box with Will Scheer. Jax Ganesh is a cousin of former Quebec Major Junior pick to the Halifax Mooseheads and Dartmouth Subaru, Sonny Kabaddi. Kabaddi played Dartmouth here in his major midget career, had a good junior A career, finished up I believe in Member 2 playing junior B, but drafted no less to the Halifax Mooseheads. Good cousins. I've known Jack since he was in Adam or so, as that puck picked up. Fleming centering, shot off the end boards, and nice job there as Will Scheer going to take a bump on a play down low as he tries to kick it out to himself. Haverstock in there as well with Fleming. All three of the Macs down low. Back feed pass here. Nice job by Beliveau to find Swift, and they worked it out the far side. Murphy, he's going to go back. Last man back, Luke Murphy. Up off the boards and back into the neutral zone. Here's Gavin Suds, he'll circle back for Creelman. Far side pass picked up by Clouette. Now they'll work it back. Clouette's going to get on the forecheck. He's trying to get it out front. He'll finish his forecheck as Beliveau on there as well. As the Macs looking to clear it out. Can't get too far ahead of it as it's turned over at the blue line. Nice move around one. And another one. Cowan shot there trying to work his way through the net. And Braden Cowan. Looks like it might be his first game as well, as he has a little chat there with Chandler Bell, maybe school buddies, saying, hey man, can't let me have one. It's my first game or something. Can't let that one sneak by you. Make me look good. Get me back in this lineup for next game. Nice save there by Bell, though, as that was a good opportunity for Braden Cowan. So that's pushed forward on the draw. Ludi will pick it up down low, looking over an option. Back door, here's a shot from the high slot glove. Save on a high opportunity chance there from Nate Boudreau, who was left alone in the slot. He let that puck fire on a nice play by Ludi to find his man out front as he pushed it forward on the draw and went and retrieved it itself. As Urquhart's going to dig in here now. That's Andrew Urquhart, I believe. So that puck now, Gibbs shot, tipped wide as Bell reached for it, and it got tipped wide. Ludi going to get on the forecheck. He'll try to keep it in, but it gets cycled past him. Good back check there. Sullivan trying to get knocked off the puck as Uzo Chuko shot. Good stick by Gibbs as he gets run at from Sullivan. Takes the hit and keeps moving. Gibbs wearing the C for the Hunters. I believe a first-year player. Played with the Rage, I believe, last year. Is that puck centered? On to Sullivan's stick and off as it's chipped in. Sullivan battling with Hawko. Nice stick there by Hawko. Laying it flat and taking away that center pass. Breen's going to have to get back as Urquhart trying to center. Bootlier on the back check. Good job there, Bootlier. As that's sent back in behind. Uzo Chuko chipping it up the wall. That goes past Hum. No ice as they thought they could have played it. Boudreau cycling it back. Bootlier, nice read. Bootlier centering. Shot fanned on Uzo Chuko. Battling for it. Still loose in front. Puck cleared up. Here's Urquhart. Sauce pass across. Far side. Working it in over the line. Here's a toe drag trying to let one go. Baldwin can't do so. Nice stick over on the far side by Treewin as it's worked back. Bottomley trying to cut through, split the D as it goes D to D. Far side picked up. Baldwin trying to chip it out. Ganesh stepping up. That goes through his feet. Picked up here in the neutral zone. That's picked up McKnight. McKnight's shot off the stick and up and out of play over Bell for a whistle. Faceoff's going to stay to the glove hand side here of Bell. 1:09, I believe, remaining on the clock. Clocks look a little skewed from my angle as a couple light bulbs are out as that puck sent down into the high slot is lost. That puck into the jersey as that puck get cleared up and out of play. So I lost the puck in the jersey as it was a clearing attempt and couldn't figure out where it had gone to. It was in the jersey of Clouette at the high point. And it chains here for the McDonald's. All five are going to hop out over. And a face-off once again. The offensive zone for the Hunters to the glove hand side of Bell. As it's picked up, chipped there. Nice play to chip it to himself here. Strong. Cooper Strong. Backdoor pass, and they bury that home. On a quick end-to-end rush there. Nice play by Strong to chip it to himself, and it looks like it's going to be Nate McKay bearing that one home. So Nate McKay is going to make it 6-1 here. Late on a nice play by Cooper Strong, chipping that puck to himself and setting up a backdoor play there for McKay. It is now 6-1 for the Max here late in the second period. Puck worked up. Big hit over on the far side. Finishing it over there was Urquhart. As it's chipped back as Odell heads off. He looks like he's in some distress as he heads down the tunnel on the far side. Creelman back for that puck. Odell, maybe a stinger. Strong takes a bump once again as Martin finishing his check. Shear finishing on Gibbs as we're inside 15 seconds remaining. Urquhart through the neutral zone, takes a little bit of a whack. He works it in now. Shot there onto the glove, held on, whistle. That'll do it. As about 4 or 5 seconds here remaining. As I'll show you a shot of the clock, it might be a little bit tough potentially. Might be 9 seconds. Just can't really tell what that says. So face-off's going to stay inside the Max zone. Late opportunity on a face-off here in the offensive zone as the Hunters can't control it on the draw, and it's sent back. Gibbs will have to go all the way back into his own zone. He's pressured slightly by Haverstock, is Gibbs, and Him and Haverstock having a couple words. Fleming in there as well, having a couple words. So they get Haverstock out of there. Here's a couple words with Gibbs. As they'll be back for third period of action here in about 15 minutes time. But after 2 periods of play, the Hunters trail 6-1 against the Halifax McDonald's as they continue to jaw at each other. And that'll do it for the second period. So after 2 periods of play, the Max lead by 5 on a 6-goal late in the period from McKay. Assisted by Strong on a nice play, backdoor. And we'll be back for third period of action after this short intermission here on High Button Sports. Welcome back to High Button Sports U18 presentation of the Major League here is game sponsor Thompson Moving and Storage as we get set for third period of action here inside the Halifax Forum. I'd like to welcome you back to High Button Sports third period. Has started now as that puck snapped back by Liver. Suds, reverse play, Boudreau picks it off. Good read by Boudreau, back to the point, shot there, Gibbs, blocked by Liver. Centering once again, backdoor, big save on the pad, sent back, Worth. Holds the line, just barely, he lets one go, tipped on, tipped again, rebound, still loose. Good job by Bell to hold his fort. Took away down low and no options upstairs as that puck now worked down the wall. Welsh has 2 in the game, looking for a third. And behind, here's picked up by Welsh. Welsh to Suds. Suds, Krillman, far side. He'll work it down to Suds. Suds at the point, shot there, looking for it. Worth ate that puck. Liar. Can't let that one go. Worth, slow to get up. He's going to try to make his way to the bench. Held at the line by Krillman. It's just worked out as he gets knocked into by Nate Boudreau. That's sent up. Ludy's going to get a stick on it here. No icing as he touched up just on the other side of center, and Suds will go back for it now. Gavin Suds stretching that pass out. Far side. Uzo Chuko lets that one go. Off the pad. Far side battle in the corner is Uzo Chuko laying the body. Big hit there. Liver getting his head pinched up against the wall. He looks to the official for a call. No call is Baldwin dumping it down in. He'll get on the chase, finishing his check. Swift's going to have to retreat. Is Uzo Chuko going to pick the puck up and work back now here, trying to center it. Clouette on the back check. Good job by Clouette to get back and knock that puck away out of harm's way. It's a good start here, back and forth action. Love it. Works it D to D, works it up, and Uzo Chuko takes a hit from Hako, and that goes in. Chika Uzo Chuko in front of the net. Hako takes out Sullivan. No call on the play. Picked up, worked up into the neutral zone. Here's Martin. He takes a hit there by Breen. And it goes back. Here's Will Shear. Shear in on the forehand. Toe dragging, trying to cut through. Stopped up there by Boudreau. Good job there, Peyton Boudreau, having a few solid hits as he laid a solid one earlier on in the game. Just down that half wall. As that puck sent in. Treewin takes a bump on the rim around. That'll be let go and sent back into the neutral zone. Here's Hum. Sebastian Hum is going to wheel it up, chip it in, take a bump, and spin off that. Beliveau finishing his check. Chipped out on the far side by Shear. Will that have enough for icing? No icing. Centering pass. Is finishing in the check down in the corner on Fleming. Was Gibbs. Gibbs, no stranger to the physical game. As that puck sent out front, Haverstock let one go. And a glove save there by Noah Polk once again. It's a good opportunity but for Haverstock in the high slot and a feed off the half wall. There's a full change here coming for the, oh no, the defense will stay. And now they'll go with Sebastian Hum as Gibbs will stay. So 4 change for the Hunters. Gibbs going to stay out there. Must have just started his shift. Back for Suds now. He'll cycle it back in. Smart play there. Keeping it out of harm's way. Don't want anything going back the other way. Letting the Hunters get back into this one as Clouette's going to pick it up. Center through the neutral zone. Worked up. Here's Morris. Shot there. That goes off the crossbar. On a quick shot off the half wall there. And picked up Gibbs. Spinning back. Losing his feet. Gets it back here once again. Works at Morris, who just hit the crossbar on the rush. He centers looking for, I believe that's Urquhart backdoor. I believe that is Cameron Urquhart. Looking for an option. Now it's back to the point. Murphy cycling it back down low. Gibbs picks it up on the half wall. Far side. Clouette shot. That gets sent high and wide. Got to be careful here. That could have been too many men as Worth touched up just inside. Liam Worth centers. Clouette picks it up, trying to step around Suds as he does so. Now into the corner. Clouette centering off the skate of Krillman, and he'll pick it up. Riley Krillman high, flip in the air. Looking for Liver as Liver picks up just inside the blue line. Shot there. Glove save, and that'll be held on to once again by Noah Polk. There's what a chance there going back the other way. on a high flip from Riley Krillman that landed almost perfectly in between the feet of Liver and kicked up ahead, but couldn't get the shot that he wanted away as it ended up into the glove. Zal Breen to the point. He'll walk. Fake shot. That goes D to D. Shot there from distance. Off the body. Picked up. Here's Ludi on the short side. He'll wheel it through. Flip play. That goes all the way in. Here's Urquhart. No icing. He picks it up in the corner. Urquhart back to the point. Shot there on Swift. Trying to get a tip. And that'll be quick shot on net there from Swift. He's got the lone goal for the Hunters in this one. Unassisted. I don't know how. I believe it was off a draw, so I'll have to maybe check the score sheet after this one. But Swift with the lone goal for the Hunters here. He had the lone goal last week in the game for the longest period of time as that puck sent back into the neutral zone. Swift chipping it up. Sullivan controls offside at the line as he couldn't wait up just a second longer. As trying to get out in time was Uzo Chuko. Faceoff's going to stay right in front of us here as Shear will dig in. Puck won by Urquhart. Back for Shear as he picks it off. Shear's going to dump it in. He'll get it on the chase. Swift going to go back for that. Up off the glass, outside. Bootlier touches it up on the inside, and that'll do it for that sequence as it's whistled down for a face-off. Once again, just to the far side is an offside call here once again. Bootlier couldn't help himself, looking too good as it teetered the line. Trying to hold it in, no fault of his own, but offside. Face-off here. Shear lost that to Clouette as it's up the wall. Centering. Big hit there, finishing his check. Breen. Clouette on the forecheck. Centering. Here's a shot. Big save there. Bell coming up clutch there on that opportunity in front of the net. Good job there, Chandler Bell. Keeping his team up by 5 here. Face off. D to D. Can't get it in deep, but that'll be picked up, and it looks like it's going to be a delayed call here. Head contact's going to be the call, so we'll see the call. So we'll wait to see. There's another whistle as Fleming is going to head. Who's in the box over on the far side? That looks like it's number 12. Noah Hawko's going to go. And Fleming. So Sam Fleming for the Max. And Noah Hawko. 2 separate penalties, going to mean 5-on-5. Quick talk with Coach Hillier. Official says we're ready to play on, so we'll remain 5-on-5 here. No penalties on the board as it's picked up, rimmed around. Ganesh is going to hold the line momentarily as it's worked out past him. Picked off Gibbs. Chipping that puck up ahead. Intercepted by Liver. He drops it off. Doesn't connect with anyone as Clouette. Chipping that puck into the feet. Martin sent back. Sullivan trying to take it to the front of the net. Gibbs pokes it off. Gibbs going to go for a rush here. Schaefer Gibbs on a nice defensive back check trying to work it in now. Is that puck on the line? Sent in. Sullivan finishing his check on Martin as he has a word for him. It's Ganesh is going to pick it up, chip it to himself, centering. Too far to reach of Sullivan. So that puck sent over to the far side, centered off a skate. Haverstock picks it up and settles it down. For Treewin, stretch pass off the skate of Sebastian Hum, and that goes D to D, far side. Martin trying to chip it up. He picks it up, heads up. So he could have got absolutely smoked from McKay coming off the bench as he had his head down looking for the puck. Treewin stops up at the point. Martin finishing his check up on Treewin. Centering pass. Work back. Martin chips it back right to Treewin. Looking for a backdoor. High slot chance there as it was elected to almost a pass shot offside at the line there. Trying to drag his toe. Couldn't hold it back in time though. was Jack Baldwin. Face-off's going to be just below us here now. Lovett's going to dig in against McKnight. Puck over to the far side, stepping up. Krillman's going to back off. He'll control it through the neutral zone. Riley Krillman chips it off. He'll get it on the forecheck now. He'll finish his check on the far side. And that'll be chipped up. Centering, looking for someone through the middle, trying to connect there was Strong. Krillman will pick it up and work it back for Suds. Suds, McKay. McKay hits center, dumps it in, and they'll chase. McKay, he's got a goal in this one on a late backdoor pass from Cooper Strong in the second period to give them a 5-goal cushion as Lovett goes D-to-D for Krillman. Krillman stops up. Got to be careful here as the last man back. He'll rim it up. Lovett's going to pick it up far side, and he's going to wheel. Lovett with speed. Ian Lovett going to control over the red line and in over the blue line. Toe drag shot block there. Sebastian Hum sacrificing the body down by 5. Shot there from Suds, easily held on to by Polk. Job by Noah Polk, staying sharp in through the third period of this game. Colby O'Shaughnessy on the bench for the Hunters in this one. It's been a good game to this point. The Hunters just looking to get something going here in the third period. Maybe a spark to ignite them for next game. Bottomley over the half wall, shot there. Goes down low. Haverstock. Sorry, that's Welsh. He'll try to fade away to the far side. Glove save by Polk once again. And Bottomley driving the net there. Bottomley, pretty big physical presence himself, is MJ Bottomley. Face-off's going to be to the blocker side of Polk once again. Bottomley trying to work it out. He's out there with Shear and Welsh. Puck picked up and worked up. Clouette, he's going to try to beat Breen wide. He's trying to cut to the middle. Takes a big hit there on a back check and heading to a bench there. Bent over. Looks like Bottomley is a little shaken up. Maybe lost his wind. So Bottomley's going to head off to the bench. Clouette, he'll also head off to the bench. He's a little banged up, but didn't look for as worse of wear. The Bottomley was folded over, but Clouette hopped it up. Maybe wind knocked out of both of them. That was a massive hit on the back check there by MJ Bottomley. Shook himself up, as well as Clouette, as that puck snapped back there by Shear. Nice move around one. Worked back to Shear through the neutral zone now. Will Shear dishing it on his backhand. Shot there. That's tipped off. Into the corner now, Breen. Puck worked up. Here's a chance for Urquhart. He's going to work it back. Urquhart going to look for a shot there on a sneaky opportunity. He pulled it in tight to his feet and let one go, and a hand pass there. Nice shot there. He pulled it tight into his feet and let one go. Andrew Urquhart looking to get the Hunters closer in this game. 11:43 remaining here in the third period. Face off, battled for here, one back. Worth sent it across. Swift trying to touch it through the middle for Urquhart, doesn't connect. Poked back. Haverstock will pick it up now. Haverstock's tripped up. That'll draw a penalty. Ezekiel continues to control it, and Haverstock takes a bump there at the whistle. And Haverstock's going to go down, and Nash Haverstock will draw the penalty as Boudreau. Nate Boudreau's going to go. As the Hunters with a late change there. So it looks like Nate Urquhart's going to take a penalty and a power play here for the Gulls. This power play brought to you by Fatso. This Fatso power play for the Halifax McDonald's. It's going to start off with Bottomley. Good to see him. Wants to knock the wind of. He tries to shove it in short side. Bottomley whacks at it. Down low, Welsh. To the point. Ganesh has Liver on the close side. He works at far side for Trewin. Trewin, back pass. Here's Ganesh. Ganesh shot. Blocked on the way through by Baldwin. Trewin works it down low. Now he's going to leave it here for Liver. That puck worked down low. Trewin looking for a distraction. Now here's a play. Bottomley in front. Welsh left it there. Worked back Ganesh. Goes D to D. Liver. Off the corner. Nice shot there. Trying to sneak it up high. On the short side was Welsh. Quick discussion there saying, hey, man, I didn't touch that puck. Why was it whistled down? So with 10:37 left, faceoff's going to actually come outside here. So a high sticking call. As Lovett will dig in. Haverstock and Boudreau battling here off the draw a little bit. Puck goes D to D. Suds, back pass, Creelman. Worked in. Fleming, Haverstock, dishes it wide. Lovett shot, rebound loose, cleared away into the corner. Boudreau trying to clear it out, can't do so. Is that puck now? Back for Suds. Suds, D to D, far side, Creelman. Working it down. Suds shot from distance. It goes off the stick and into the corner. Fleming going to take a run there at Boudreau as it's down now. Suds walks. Creelman cross. Ice pass. That goes off the shin pad and back the other way. Martin trying to work it up as that's worked across the line. Urquhart trying to get it back. Martin loses it in his feet. So does Creelman as he finds it now, and Creelman will work it up. He'll work it in, skate it in over the line. Drop pass there, getting right back. Here's Creelman. Out front, nice block in front on a big block. And that's going to hurt Hawko as he's slow to get up in front. Hawko down to one leg, and he clears it. Great job there by Hawko as he hobbles his way to the bench. Props to him as Bell sends it up all the way. As great job by Bell as back to 5-on-5 action here. Haverstock lets one go. Glove saved by Polk as Hawko heads down the tunnel right after the 10-minute buzzer there. So we'll have a quick 1-minute break here. We'll be back for live action here on High Button Sports after this short TV timeout.
My McDonald's Rewards gets you breakfast before work, free fries at lunch, for the friend who said they didn't want any, and whatever a meal is at this hour. Join My McDonald's Rewards to get free McDs.
Remove dirt, grease, and debris with a high-pressure, environmentally friendly wash from The Big Wash. With over 20 years' experience, The Big Wash can tackle any job, from heavy industrial equipment and truck fleets to residential buildings and parking lots. Plus, they do boats, patios, and graffiti removal. Locally owned and operated, fully insured, and working year-round 24/7. The Big Wash, 70 Crane Lake Drive, Bears Lake. Online at thebigwash.ca.
And welcome back inside the Halifax Forum. It's an offensive zone draw here. Back to 5-on-5 action. 9:20 remaining in the third period. So that puck chipped back into the neutral zone, regrouped here by the backs. Goes back, centering, Shear trying to connect, doesn't. As it's sent back, Swift connecting through. Here's Gibbs. Gibbs going to work it in, shot, fans on it as him and Breen are going to collide in the corner, I'm sure. As Shear picks it up. Shear takes a bump from Bellabo, chips it up the wall, held at the line by Swift, giving an extra shot there to Strong. Sent up, Gibbs going to step in at the line. Will Shear battles, takes a bump from Braden Cound. So that's worked up by Shear. Shear's going to try to work it off. Nice play there by Shear, one-handed. Strong can't get the shot away. Good back check there by Andrew Urquhart. Puck back for Breen. Breen's going to walk it right in, shot right into the chest protector, and cleared away by the Hunters as Shear's going to go back. Will Shear sends it up the ice Picked up for McKay. McKay goes off the skate of Strong and in is full line change for the Mac. Sent up here, Swift. Tips it in, heads up, that goes into the bench. As Urquhart tried to chip it in, and it went right into the benches. And enters back to play as the trainer grabs it off the bench. Faceoff's going to go all the way down as that's where the pass came from. Faceoff here, Liver digging in. He goes back to the point. So that's worked in. Trewin dumping it around. Battled work back into the neutral zone here. Ganesh. Jax Ganesh goes D to D, centering far stretch pass. Sullivan works it up. Sullivan working it in over the line. Sullivan scores! What a play there on a far stretch pass and picking that puck up in the neutral zone and doing himself to make this now 7-1. Carter Sullivan on a beautiful goal, splitting the D, and a nice feed, I believe, was from Logan Trewin. So Trewin's going to get an assist. On a wicked goal there from Carter Sullivan. As the Hunters looking to get something going back the other way. Here's a shot up off the stick and out of play for a whistle once again. Faceoff's going to stay inside as that went off the stick of the defender. Chipped up into the neutral zone and past Hum as he looks for it now. As it's sent right back in. Here's a chance shot. Ganesh can't let it go in time as it's back into the neutral zone. Jax Ganesh going to try to hold his man up as Urquhart pressuring. Puck in, Hum high sticks that, and it'll be a stoppage of play for another whistle, and that'll be stayed face inside. Hum a little sore as he heads off. As I believe he might have worn that shot from Ganesh on the entry initially. Face off, glove hand side of Noah Polk. Will Shearer will dig in against Urquhart. Urquhart wins that puck back. Fleming's going to battle. He'll pick it up, trying to center. Good defensive play there. Swift. He works it out to the middle. Stepping around his man. Now here's a chance. Boudreau. Nate Boudreau in. Shot. That's wide. He runs into Bell. So he let the shot go. Took a step there. Fleming took a hit to make a play as he works it up. Shearer trying to toe drag it in through. Good job by Ludi on the back check. That goes off the wall. Boudreau in on the icing. And that'll go all the way down. So an icing call there. As Shearer's going to head off. Swift's going to go back. Haverstock. He'll peel off for a change. Boudreau, he's going to have some words with Krillman on the way up the ice. They seem to be chatting. I'm sure at this point in the game it's not, hey buddy, how was your day at school? So that's sent around, picked up, chipped up the wall. Here's Ludi. Gonna chip it up into the neutral zone for Suds. Suds picks it up, he'll wheel it right back in. Picked off the line. Ludi trying to get something going. Suds gonna dump it in on the hard rim. Strong, far side, dumping it in, takes a bump from Boudreau. That's Nate Boudreau with the last opportunity there for the Hunters as well as it's down the corner, battled. Centering, nice stick by Urquhart to block that pass attempt. Puck to the point, D to D, Suds from Krillman. Tip pass there to the middle, doesn't connect. Swift knocks it off a one stick, battled down there. Urquhart trying to work it up for Ludi as Urquhart and Ludi flips it high up in the air. Bouncing, controlled, Krillman in his own zone. He'll backpedal now. Krillman cutting up the far side wall. He'll work it up. Nice move, Krillman. Has man all over him coming back. Is that puck worked in? Now here to Sullivan. Turnover shot. Sullivan high and wide. Is that up an opportunity short side? Just fought off there by Polk. Uzo Chuko laying the body there on the back check. Chipped up to Sullivan, takes a hit there from Hawko as he heads off for a change. Far side, stretch pass, doesn't connect. Gibbs stretching out now. As Gibbs out of the defensive zone. Hawko frustrated on the ball, on the bench. Sullivan, nice move around one. Gonna have to get back. There's Luke Murphy. Nice job by Murphy on the sliding back. Wraparound attempt, that goes off the skating in of Polk. There's a wraparound goal there for Chike Uzo Chuko. My apologies, Chike. As he'll now make this 8-1. As Uzo Chuko tallies one on. Chike Uzo Chuko with a goal here late. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this one. As that stretch pass heads up into the stands here just next to us. Face off as Gibbs and Lovett have a couple words now. Face off's gonna stay right here in front of us. The face-off dug in here. Looks like it's going to be Shear and Clouette. Welsh working it for Bottomley. Picked up. Shear shot. That goes off the body and over to the far side. Trying to chip it up and out. Can't do so. It'll be put on net and held on to for a whistle once again. So Sullivan going to get the assist on that goal from Uzo Chuko. Shot there, blocker save. Couldn't really see it as it just found its way from a distance shot. Nice play through the feet there. Looking for a backdoor pass with Shear. As a feed through the feet of River Welsh. Found Will Shear and he took a shot. Potentially maybe looking for a backdoor pass. Face off, gonna stay inside the zone. Late change there. They got away with it though as Gibbs heads off. Battled for it. Hum gonna try to chip it around. Now turnover, high slot. Welsh let one go. Collision losing his stick in the middle there was Shear. Now he'll knock it down at the high slot opportunity chance. He's tried to dish it off. Sent back down full length of the ice. Icing the call as Ganesh gets back first to touch up the puck. It's 4:17 remaining on the clock here. Battle, Hum down the corner. So that's Fleming in there for the Max, trying to work it out. That's worked up to the point. Trewin, nice play there by Trewin. He gets battled and tied up on the far side. Moving here, center. Liar shot, posted in, and he rips that one home. Liver capitalizes on a turnover, on a nice play by Logan Trewin to work it up. And Liver throwing the monkey off his back. So Liver throwing the monkey off of his back, and Trewin on a nice defensive play there in the neutral zone. Kept this puck alive. Here's Haverstock. He gets pummeled from behind Clouette on the back check, and Haverstock a little slow to get up, it looks like. And it looks like Clouette's going to go to the box, so a Fatso power play here for the McDonald's late in the game on a 2-minute cross-checking with 3:45 remaining in the period. Haverstock took the worst of that as Clouette came back viciously on the back check and laid a thumping down on the cross-check. So this Fatso power play. As Ganesh works it D to D. centering cross door, looking for a backdoor pass there as Fleming was posted up. Ganesh at the point now. Jax Ganesh dishing it off. Trewin stuttering his steps back. Here's Welsh. He's got 2 in the game. Back for Ganesh. Feed down low for Strong. Cooper Strong finds Trewin. Shot there. Trewin looking for his second puck. Loose in front. Still loose. Welsh picks it up. He's looking for his third. Is Welsh for Ganesh. Back for Trewin. Shot high. As that puck went off the glove. It's Ganesh. Works it across. Trewin. Welsh. He'll take his time, work his way in. Fake a drop. Welsh. Far side shot. Posting in, and he snaps one home, and there's 3. As River Welsh completes the hat trick. He makes it 9-1 now. Sorry, my apologies. That's 10. So a 10-1 lead now here. I'm sure the frustration for the Hunters is going to continue. As 10-1 lead now here for the McDonald's. As that puck picked up, Suds. He'll wheel around behind, trying to clear it out. Can't do so. So now it's chipped out into the neutral zone. Uzo Chuko centering. So it's knocked off the way, and here's Urquhart. Picked up. Andrew Urquhart crossing over the blue line. His brother Cameron out there with him. Got to be careful here in front of your own net to turn that puck over as Morris had a chance in tight. As Creelman picks it up. Far side, chipping it out wide. Uzo Chuko picking it up. Centers. Can't connect. Back for the point. Doesn't connect there. As it's worked out, here's Morris. Morris across the line. Sud's going to play him into the wall. Sullivan trying to get going high up in the air. That goes off the light. And that'll be whistled down here. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the third period and in the game. As a flurry of goals here coming in the third period is a 10-1 lead now for the Max. Just over 2 minutes remaining in the third period. Picked up. Breen's going to rim it around. Stepping up there, Liver. He gets pinched down by on Luke Murphy. Breen takes a bump. Clouette out of the box. He finishes his check. Liver for Shear. Worked ahead. Bottomley, nice chip play. Shear can't get it home as he tried to tuck it around the pad there of goaltender Noah Polk. It's Polk doing the best of his abilities trying to keep that puck out of his net, but it's been a frustrating night for him, I'm sure. He'd like to have a couple back. As that puck worked back. Breen for Liver. Chip back in. Is the Max out shooting the Hunters as well? As Breen now sent in. As Polk had a few big saves trying to keep his team in it, but Shear's going to battle down there with Gibbs. He's got to be careful. Their feet are tangled up. Shear and Gibbs are going to battle as they're all tangled up. They're still battling. Gibbs not going to let go, and Shear goes down one more time, and Gibbs and Shear tangled up. They'll get pulled apart. Just over a minute now remaining as it looks like Shear's going to head to the penalty box. We'll wait to see if Gibbs goes as well. As of right now, Shear, the lone man, holding, and 2 for holding as well for Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to go. So a 5-on-5 without Shear and Gibbs to finish off the game. 1:09 remaining here in the third period. As Gibbs and Shear battled it down on the ground. They have some words over in the box as well for each other. So I'm sure it will continue. Penalty box closed. Bottomley down the tunnel on the far side, so hopefully he's all right. We knew he gave a big hit earlier in this period. Was a little shaken up, headed back out there as it's worked back Haverstock takes a bump. Nice dish, though, for strong shot there. That's wide. Big hit on the far side there by Boudreau. He took out McKay as it's chipped up. Haverstock trying to lay the body on the far side there with Beliveau. Strong, down low. He'll leave it around. Boudreau, chip play there. Haverstock on the back check. Trying to work it up as it goes off a stick. Clouette's going to finish his check there on McKay as it's worked up. Picked up, here's Ganesh. Shot there, short side, wide. So that went past the blocker. And now here's a chance back the other way. Ganesh is going to have to get back. Good job there by Ganesh getting back into his defensive posture. Trewin, far side pass. McKay works it. Dishes it off. Here's Ganesh. Jax Ganesh. Toe drag off the post on the toe drag release shot there from Jax Ganesh. That rang the post as he tried the other side of the net there on this one. And that'll do it here for the third period. So after 3 periods of play, the Halifax McDonald's 10. The Marsh and Milko Hunters 1. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Logan Crothers. And this has been a live production of the U18 Major League. This game brought to you by Thompson's Moving, proud sponsor of the Halifax McDonald's. But that's all for me, folks. Thanks for tuning in on High Button Sports. I'm Logan Crothers. Have yourself a good night, and we will see you later.